So washing machines are have come a long way. The technological advancements about the metamorphic changes in the washing machines. So from manual washing, manual washing requires hot water. You have to soak the cloths overnight, and you have to again wash it and then dry it. So washing machines are available in various things. They are called as semi-automatic and fully automatic machines are there. Semi-automatic means you have to. There is a manual intervention required. Once washed, you have to again move it to a dry unit to dry it. But automatic machines, they do everything in a single stretch. And many multinational companies have launched new or modern techniques in the washing machine design, and gradually it is an inevitable part of every house. Every house is going to have a washing machine to do the task. Fortunately, we have a lot of choices where we can pick the best thing according to our need. So it has from semi-automatic to fully automatic, from top load to front load. The state-of-art machines have become part of every house, with their prices also affordable to many people. So that this is a simple input output in an electronic washing machine. So inputs are going to be the user buttons, water temperature, speed, water level sensor, and door close switch. So these are the inputs to your controller. And what is the output? You are rotating the washing. You are rotating the drum, right? So drum water will be there. Water heater if you want to go for a hot wash. Water pump to open and close it. Water valve to allow the water to pass through. User display indicating the how much time remaining or what stage is that. And door release when when it is washing, the door will be locked, and only when the washing happens completely, the door is going to be released. So all these indicate some of the input and output of an electronic washing machine. So it is possible to consider the display to be internal to the controller, and therefore we not show it separately. Okay, the starting point of the system shows a very clear, it shows the complete structure of a system specifications. These blocks make no assumptions. It could be implemented using an electromechanical timer. So a microcontroller has a timer which can schedule the time of the wash. Can schedule the time of the wash. So many modern washing machines use microcomputer to control their various functions, replacing electromechanical controllers. So previously these controllers were used, but now everything is based on microcomputer, because I need to display everything to the user immediately. So at the various stage of washing cycle, the drum speed should require rotate at different speed. You know that lowest speed is 30 revolutions per minute, while the clothes while the clothes are washed. An intermediate speed is 90 rpm, and the water is pumped out, and at a very high speed of 500,000 rpm to dry the clothes. So it will not rotate in a constant speed, right? So you have variation in speed 30 rpm at the lowest speed, and the intermediate speed is 90 rpm, and the high speed is going to be 500 or 1000 rpm to spin dry the clothes. So we need to see how the microcontroller should control the speed of the motor. Since the domestic washing is a very high volume product, the designer should attempt to minimize the amount of hardware. So definitely the focus should be on minimizing the hardware and maximizing bringing everything in a software. And I'm going to make everything open loop or closed loop. So open loop means without any feedback, it will be automatically going and completing. If some problem happens, gone. Closed loop means it will analyze and rectify the problem by itself. Although it is a theoretically an open loop system, but it will definitely be cautious, and it will do the task accordingly. So it will be a closed loop system, because you need to measure the speed of the motor. The speed of the motor. Just a second. So we need to, the speed has to be measured and updated, right? So we cannot have it as an open loop system. So it will definitely be a closed loop system because, as we said, initially the rotation has to be less, and when it is going to pump out water, the speed has to be 90 RPM, and when it is going to be spin drying, the speed is very high, right? So I just need to measure the speed and constantly monitor the speed. So it is going to be a closed loop system. Okay. So so this is how the control is done. So microcomputer will uh, run the relay circuit to drive the motor and rotate the drum. And as the drum rotates, you have a sensor to measure the speed. So the automatically it's a feedback process, and the speed will again go to the microcomputer. So what is the speed the motor is running is constantly fed to the microcomputer to clearly see how much speed is required extra to do the operation. So see here, one pulse per revolution. So if one revolution is completed, one pulse is detected. So with that, you can measure the maximum speed. So as the drum is rotating fast, you can see more number of pulses going and falling into the microcomputer, which will count the number of pulses. So accordingly, I can measure the how many revolutions are there done by the drum. Okay, drum is the basic thing, and for a drum is also, it will have its own weight, plus it will also have the cloths, right? So it has to be driven by a very high power motor. So this motor plays a very crucial role in making your drum to rotate. Okay. So at any time in the washing, the program will determine what speed the drum should rotate. So nothing is in our hand, everything is pre-programmed. So for what particular program, what is the drum speed, everything will be computed. So from the knowledge of the required speed and actual speed, we can determine whether I have to increase or decrease the speed. Okay, the motor power is determined by the timing of the triac firing pulse. So initially, we will be waiting when the motor will start rotating. That is given by the microcomputer. So it will actually determine the starting and ending time of your. It will determine the starting and ending time of your drum when it has to start and rotate. So the entire process is very processor intensive. It consumes a large amount of processor time and will require a considerable time and right in developing the software. But nowadays everything is customized. You have standard microcontrollers used, so you can easily dump the code and you can start working on the system. Okay, so this is essentially, you can see a washing machine hardware. So washing machine hardware will contain a lot of systems like it. It will contain a temperature sensor. See here, it is number one, temperature sensor to measure the washing temperature, whether you want a hot wash or a cold wash. The safety cutout switch. So in case of any eventuality, the drum will be stopped. Keyboard for program selection, it will available at the top side of the thing which is available to the user. Then water level gauge to measure the water level entering your washing drum. A motor for washing drum. So drum will be rotated, right? That is motor. Power switches for motor or heater. Heater for washing water, and water inlet valve, water suction pump, and control lamp and indicator. So all these are going to be the hardware for your micro washing machine, and these are going to be hardware. And what is the washing cycle? So push button, we have a keyboard at the top, right? So then there you will have a push button to wash. So once you push that button, the water is admitted and the valve is opened. So the water level is constantly monitored. So once the required water level has been provided, the valve is going to close. So everything is automatic. The water temperature is measured and the heater is switched until the water reaches the required temperature. Once the required temperature is reached, the heater is switched off. And you can also put washing powder from a container. So for which the hardness of the water is noted, and the dirt washing is evenly. So then the powder is mixed evenly so that all the dirts are evenly removed from the cloth. So after a required time, the motor is switched to high speed spinning so that it will suction pump is switched on to remove the excess water and to be thrown outside. So at the end of the washing cycle, the machine switches often provided a signal to indicate this. So I know that I assume that everybody is having a washing machine in their house. these are the things which happens regularly, but we have to understand how the hardware and software are working together to ensure that the washing cycle is going to be complete. So hardware development is a cycle. So you have to know what all the things you have to do, and finally you have to document everything that is given as user manual. I hope everybody, when you buy a washing machine, everybody is given a user manual, right? So how it is functioning, other things. So that is what is given here. So how we are going to develop the software. And see, this is the data flow chart. So water temperature probe will measure the temperature and give to controller. Accordingly, the controller will switch on or switch off the heater. Safety cutout switch will give the input to computer. It will accordingly uh, switch on or switch off the drum motor. And wash program selector, if you choose, accordingly it will say how much water you have to pump in and how much water you have to suck out and what speed your drum is rotating. Everything is decided by the wash program selector. And you have an indicator indicating that approximate time of completion and how much water is required, everything. So types of washing machine, semi-automatic. Semi-automatic means manual intervention is required for washing and drying. Fully automatic machine, just select the program, put the clothes and put the washing powder, and everything will be completely done by the machine itself. So you have different types of washing the clothes. Water level indicator will be there, time required to wash, rinse, how many spins, and type of fabric you can choose depending on what thing you are going to use. Although semi-automatic machines don't operate the efficiency of standalone machines, they offer enormous space saving. Semi-automatic machines will be less space, consume less space compared to your fully automatic machines. But you have to drain all the soap water before you dry, so that you can't wash and dry at the same time. The drying will happen only after you complete the washing cycle. And nowadays, fuzzy logic machines are getting popular. Fuzzy logic means they offer a very high performance with less cost. And also, the sensors continuously monitor varying conditions inside the machine and accordingly adjust the operations for a best result. See, generally, you have an if else loop, but here you have a different levels of that. So, see here. Typical fuzzy logic controls everything, the water intake, temperature, washing time, everything is given to the fuzzy logic, and it is going to optimize the lifespan. So it is going to ensure that you deliver high performance with fuzzy logic. Okay. So some machines even learn from the past, memorizing programs and adjusting them to minimize running costs. So machines are continuously updating, right? So they learn from the past, the previous washing cycle, how much water is consumed, how much time taken. So that will be stored and it will be compared with the current instant where you are going to wash your clothes. Okay. So fuzzy logic will help in minimizing the energy saving feature. You can minimize the power, and you can you are worth paying extra with the full loads more than 3 times. So you can definitely pay money to get this fuzzy logic washing machine, which are going to help you in minimizing the power and the cost. So this is going to be the semi-automatic washing machine. This unit is the washing unit and this unit is a drying unit. So after washing, you have to transfer the cloths to drying unit and separately you have to run the drying program alone. Okay, and uh, I think the other type of washing machine is available in the next page. We'll see. This is a fully automatic washing machine. So everything happens in a single go. You just need to put the cloths, powder, and everything, and close it, and it will start washing. So you have top loading and front loading. You have those two options also, which are coming nowadays, and you can see each has their own things, right? So you have to see which washing machine is going to suited for you. So whenever you're going to dry the clothes, the drum will be rotating faster, which will give rise to noise. So that spinning noise has to be reduced. So all these are controlled by the fuzzy. Okay, all these are controlled by the fuzzy. So this is the uh, a simple it's a completely automatic washing machine. The top loading, the capacity is expressed in terms of wash load, how much clothes you can put, the maximum load for which the drum can run freely. That is the maximum capacity. Wash programs you have regular for normal wash, gentle for delicate loads. You have rough and tough wash for rugged loads. So you can set the preset programs. You can choose spin speed, depending on the washing cycle. So whether it is washing or rinsing or drying, according to the speed is going to change. This is the inner parts they are given. So you can see the parts given here. The in bleach inlet transparent window. You can see from this window what is happening inside. You have runs and control panel. You have an adjustable legs. You can move water supply hose to get power to get water from the overhead tank. Drain hose to let out to the used washed water. Power cord. Then you have a drain hose clamp and drain hose to completely let out the thing. And washing technique, it is pulsator technique. So pulsator means the water circulates upwards in large circles while rotating and providing general cleaning of all the clothes. So water is going to circulate in large circles while rotating. So in that way, you are going to ensure that every cloth is given sufficient amount of water for washing. So in agitator wash technique, a rod is used to center of the washing machine, so it will squeeze the dirt out of the clothes. But you have space and cloth constraints. You have to accept that because you cannot dump a larger number of clothes into the washing machine. And relatively, the space occupied should also be very less. So tumble wash technique is used in front loaders. So you have a steel drum which rotates along horizontal axis. The clothes rub against the metal surface, and that is how you will get dust out of the fabrics in a front-loaded machine. Okay, this is a front-loaded machine. You see. So in LG punch plus three technique is used. So water punch propels the discharge water into vertically every thread. The water is punched into the fabric so that every thread of the fabric is almost clean. Loading the machine, top loaders allow you to remove the clothes without having to bend even during power failure. But front loaders are usually more expensive than top loaders because you need to have suspensions and other things. And the machines, however, the front loading machines consume less water and dry clothes much faster. The energy bill is going to be very less when you are going to have front loaders. And hot wash option is also available for better cleaning. You cannot open a front loader through a wash cycle because the water will come out. So that is not possible. That issue is not there in the top loading because you are going to close and the water will anyway never come out, right? So in front loader, once the wash cycle starts, the door is going to be locked. And automated automation, that's what I said. We have automatic and semi-automatic machine, and this is agitator rod. So this is going to rotate, and this is going to ensure that the dust is picked out of the cloth. And you have a pulsator at the bottom. This you see a circle here, right? You see a base. That is going to be these two types. You have the conventional pulsator or the large boomerang pulsator, which is going to push the water from, which is going to create circles of water, which is going to move through your clothes, and the clothes are going to be dried automatically. You see here. So this is going to create water circles, and that is going to enter through your cloth, and it's going to pick up the dust, and those dust will be automatically sucked out when the washing process is going to be complete. So this is everything is circular motion here. Okay, this is a punch three technique. You have three places where the water is punched into the fabric, and different cloths are there, and what is the approximate weight is given. And definitely on semi-automatic machines, you have to manually transfer the clothes from washer to dryer. Semi-automatic machines feature feather touch buttons, consume less power, and are preferable where running water is not available. So if you cannot have a running water, you want to pour water and go for cleaning, you can go for semi-automatic machines. But only thing, you have to transfer the clothes from the washer to the dryer once the process is over. And again, once drying is over, you have to take it out and you have to dry the clothes again. So that semi-automatic machines have that drawback, but automatic machines, they are going to completely start from wash till the drying phase, and they are going to run on its own. So this is all about the washing machine, and where smartness comes, everything is automated here. So there is nothing to additionally include smartness in your washing machine. So that is going to be it is going to be done automatically. So where the smartness is, it should learn how many cycles of washing it is going to do, and it should learn from the previous things that can be stored as a profile, and it can auto accordingly plan the current water. And After the washing, everything is over, it can intimate the user saying the washing cycle is completed and you can start drying the clothes. Other than that, washing machines don't have that much amount of smartness in them. It is just they do their task of washing and drying, and they intimate the user in case of completion. So that is what we have for today. So we have seen about automatic cleaning robots today. We have seen two mini projects where they have developed this robot, and finally we have seen washing machines where we have seen how washing and drying cycles take place and how everything is controlled by the microcontroller. Okay, so that is what we